My daughter Savannah is the CEO of faking illness to get out of school. So when she does not feel like being there, she will go to the nurse's office and complain to them that she is really not feeling good so that they call me and I have to go get her. Well, one day after this happens, I walk into the administrative office and everybody is really concerned because Savannah is sitting in a chair like so dramatically like, "Hi, Mom." And like when I saw her, I burst out laughing. I was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And everybody looked at me like I was some really bad mom. Like, "Oh my God, why aren't you more concerned?" But as we were walking out, she was walking really slow and actually didn't look good. So even I was a little concerned. I was like, "Oh my God, honey, are you okay?" Until we got to the car when Savannah looks at me and goes, "You know what, Mom? I feel better now." And I was like, "Savannah, are you serious?" And she's like, "Mom, do you maybe want to go to Starbucks and have like a girls' day?" And I was like, "Honey, what kind of question is that? You know I do."
So when I was 16, I used to work in a grocery store, and we had one customer that always came in who was very obviously mentally ill. And one day I was bagging her groceries, and she said to me, "Don't you wish it was back to the cotton picking days?" And I was like, And she was like, "Don't you wish it was back to the cotton picking days?" And I was like, "As in slavery?" And she was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Why the fuck would you ask me that?" And my manager was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "I'm gonna have to step away before I throw punch an elderly woman." And she was like, "Okay, go in the break room." A week later, we found out that woman had a heart attack and died. And I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
It's okay that you booked a plane ticket home to surprise your mom for Mother's Day, but as your friend was driving you to the airport, you realized you had already missed your flight, so you spent $200 to rebook the flight for the next morning. It's okay that your kind boyfriend rearranged his Mother's Day plans to drive you to the airport at 6 a.m., but your alarm doesn't go off, so your boyfriend called and texted you, then broke into your building and banged on the door until you finally wake up 45 minutes before your departure time. It's okay that you sprinted through the empty airport and miraculously caught your flight, but during your layover you sat at your gate watching TikTok and didn't hear that your flight was boarding and didn't notice until they closed the door and the plane had left the gate, so you begged an employee who turned the flight around and you ran out on the tarmac and got on the flight and finally arrive home, only to surprise your mom, who yells at you for not warning her that you were coming home and refuses to hug you because of coronavirus.
The most embarrassing. I was in the bathroom on break, and you know how they have those like toilet seat cover things? Well, yeah, I threw it down and didn't punch out the middle. That's important for later. So I'm doing my thing, and I lost so much weight that I thought I could fly at this point. So I'm done, right? And I go to stand up, and the toilet seat cover sticks to my butt, and then I reach for it and it falls off and it glides under the next stall and hits the dude in the foot, and there's poop on it! And I just froze, because at this moment I knew that he knew who I was because of my shoes, because I'm the only one with my shoes. And because I'm not Satan, I reached under and was like, "Oop, let me Now I'm sitting in my car because I don't want to go back in.
Hey everyone, I can't sleep, so I'm gonna share with you a little story. Shaquille O'Neal DM'd me, it was amazing. He said, "Hey cutie, I wrote back, what up big papa?" Honestly, power move, because that was the first thing I thought of. He wrote back, "How you?" I wrote back, "I'm good, how you?" Then I sent him this photo of me and my friend because, well, I look like Shaq and she looks like his cute little ex-girlfriend. Me and Shaq have the same titties. He wrote back. I saw that, which honestly surprised me. And then I made him a customized video, which he watched and apparently hated. Watch it in my next TikTok.
I just went to go get gas, and this man behind me, this man's probably like 50. He looks at my outfit and goes, your outfit matches very nicely. I'm like, oh, thank you, sir. Then he goes, I really like your shoes. I was like, oh, thanks. He goes, what size of shoe do you wear? I was like, 8.5. I'm at the register. I say 15 on pump 3. The man behind me speaks up, says, oh, I'll pay for her gas. I was like, oh, no, sir, you don't have to do that. He's like, no, I insist. I go outside to go pump my gas. The guy comes back and asks me if he could have a picture of my foot. Why would someone want a picture of my foot? I start laughing. This guy's not laughing. Dude, he was serious. Oh, no, sir. He's like, how much do you charge? How much do I charge for a picture of my foot? I don't really know my rates yet. So he goes, how about 20? I'm like, what? Like, no, I would not do that. I don't know if that's illegal, but I just sold a picture of my foot for $80.
Story time. When I was like 6 or 7 years old, I was really thick with 3 C's.
I mean, if I was a fruit, I was a grape. If I was a shape, I was a circle. You see this right here? This.
So it was a time when girls began to like question their like bodies and stuff like that.
All of my friends aren't fat, so why am I fat? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get on a diet. So for that whole day, I only ate carrots.
But then I was so confused. Why am I still fat? I only ate carrots all day.
Oh no, God, am I pregnant? My mom had a pregnancy test in her bathroom. So guess what I did? Struggled to open that pregnancy test up. I was so scared for my life. I knew for sure I was pregnant because there was no other way that I could be fat and not be pregnant. I took the pregnancy test and waited. To my relief, it said negative. I went to my mom, cried because I was like, Mom, I think I'm pregnant, but I think this pregnancy test doesn't work. I'm so fat, I must be pregnant.
She's like, nah, you ain't pregnant. You just eat too much.
So I woke up one day and a bitch started her period. Fast forward 3 hours, the end of third period came and I was walking to my next class, right? So bitch, I'm a fucking loner. No one was walking with me, okay? No one. But the Holy Spirit and I. And then my crush like taps me on the shoulder, right? Oh, this is where it got so good, bitch. My crush taps me on my shoulder and he's like, are you okay? Do you need help? Do you need me to call your mom? I was like, oh my God, when Bae cares about you, Hardez. So then I finally see someone I know and she's like, you have a big blood stain on your ass. I told her to take a picture of it. It looked like someone shot me in the ass. So after hiding in the bathroom for like an hour, my crush DMs me. He deadass says, hey, I don't know what happened, but you should get your ass checked out. When Bae thinks you got shot in the ass, Hardez.
Okay, I'm like documenting my death right now, but there's like a black van following me, and I was at Walmart and I got groceries and I got in my car and like shut the door, and this lady came up to my window and she was like knocking on it and she was like, hey, like I really need your phone, like I'm not okay, like I need to call for a ride home, like can I please have your phone? And I was like, could you like go inside and ask for help? Like I don't want to give you my phone, like I'm sorry, it's not personal. And she was like, no, they won't help me, like I need your phone. And I started realizing like what was going on. Oh my God, they're still following me. And I saw this black van parked next to me, and this man was just like sitting in there. And I like looked at the van and I looked at her and I was like, I'm so sorry, but I can't help you. And so I like left, and I think like she has my license plate number because they're following me and I'm freaking out. Shit, I'm gonna...
Crazy ass story time. 23 years ago, there was this mother of 2 children who just recently had a 3rd child. Soon after, the newborn baby was sleeping in the nursery while they were throwing a house party, and unfortunately during the party, the house caught on fire. Everyone scrambles out of the house and they couldn't get to the baby, and then the cops concluded that the baby had died in the fire. But her other 2 kids made it out alive. And even though the cops told her that her baby had died, she refused to believe it. Many years later, the mother took her 2 children to a birthday party, and there was this other woman there with her child. And now the mother looks at that child and is in shock because she looks so much like her other 2 kids. She goes up to the little girl and says that she has bubble gum in her hair so that she can steal a few strands of her hair. She took it to a lab and they DNA tested it, and that little girl was her child. So it turns out many years ago during that house party, a woman that the mother knew went upstairs, took the baby, and started the fire so that the baby would be declared as dead and she could easily get away with kidnapping her. And then she ran from the cops and they can't find her.
why are you picking me up? Where's my mom? She's real busy today, so it's just me. Want to get some Arby's on the way home? Hell yeah, I want some Arby's. Mom, what are you doing? Hurry up and go pack. I'm leaving your dad.